Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
There we go. Wide 80. There we go. Going to 53. Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get out. Get out. 26. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Go to 54. Wide 80. Good. Here we go. 46. Here we go. 47. 47. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Here we go. 56. 36. 36. 5-8.
Again, it's Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Here we go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Breeze to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Left. Got it. 21. 21. Ready for check.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Everyone's got 4 down. Ready. You ready?
That'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. So he got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Breeze now on 1st down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
11.
Throwing now is Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And out now come the Cowboys. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here we go. Wide in. Here we go, 46. Woo.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. All right, hey, 47. Get out, get out. Sweat, hey. Under. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Drops it underneath to Elliott. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. All right, hey. Here we go, 46. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out. 26.
He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 32 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
11. 95-56.
Back to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
You're good. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he